as we look at the head-to-head. These two fought before in an MMA tournament. Hernandez won that one. We'll talk a little bit more about it. She's just 4 feet 9 inches tall, Hernandez. And despite that, only a 1-inch reach advantage for Avila. We're in the atomweight division.
Continuamos con mucha más acción. 3 episodios en la división peso átomo. We continue with much more action. 3 rounds. In the atomweight division, los jueces son, the judges are Mark Streisand, Eliseo Rodríguez, and John Rupert. Y ahora, damas y caballeros, llegó el momento de un combate global. En la esquina azul, vestida de negro in the blue corner, wearing black. Su peso oficial, 105 libras, her official weight, 105 pounds. Entra en busca de su primer victoria a nivel profesional, con récord de una derrota. She enters la jaula in search of her first pro victory with a record of 1 defeat. De la capital azteca, la Ciudad de México, DF, Eli Avila. En la esquina roja, vestida de rojo. In the red corner, wearing red. Detuvo la báscula a un peso oficial de 105 libras y un cuarto. She tipped the scales at an official 105 1/4 pounds. Igual que su rival, en su segundo combate con récord de una victoria. Like her opponent, she enters la jaula for the second time as a pro with a record of 1 victory. De Monterrey, Nuevo León, México, Daniela Tiny Mexa Hernandez. El referee, Alan Aveles.
Alan
I gave you
Aveles,
instructions in the locker room. Obey
third
my
inside
commands
the
at all
jaula.
times. Protect yourself at all times. If you want to touch him up, go ahead. Come out, fight. Judge. 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 Fighter, you ready? Fighter, you ready? Fight.
We are underway. Daniela Hernandez, nicknamed Tiny Mexa, in red, 4 feet 9 inches tall, versus Eli Avila. Rematch indeed. So let's talk about that first matchup. They fought in 2019 in a national MMA event. Hernandez won that one. So there is some tape on these two.
Yes, Hernandez has the accolades in the wrestling. She's had over 200 wrestling matches. Avila in the southpaw stance, bouncing around in the black trunks.
And Hernandez from Monterrey, which is a big of a fight town, as you will find in Nuevo León in northern Mexico. So much happening in northern Mexico, whether it's Baja California, whether it's Nuevo León, whether it's Ciudad Juárez. We have fighters coming from there. Hotbed of talent. I remember we got to hit Monterrey that one time, JP. We had a great time, great dinner, a little tequila, a little shopping. Look forward to getting on the road again soon. Oh! I gotcha, JP. We can hear you, JP. Hernandez with that big spinning back kick. Cats Hernandez coming in. Hernandez continues to keep that center of the jaula. Kick to the head. Hernandez swings. A little bit of a difficulty here with Juliana. We'll get her back here in a moment as these two sizing up. Very active fight here early on. We talked about Hernandez, who is very good with takedowns. Hasn't had a chance with that just yet. She's very excited about competing for Combate Global. Knows it's a big step. She's got to win, though. She has that first win under her belt. A wrestler
Max, can you
by
hear me?
trade. Hello, Juliana. ¿Cómo le va?
Hello, hello. Sorry about that. Little technical difficulty. We got Avila bouncing around, and she said the reason why she's so excited about this fight, Max, is because she wants everyone to see how much she has evolved from 2 years ago when they first fought.
Again, Avila, a chiropractor. She works at the Bamboo Salud Integral. Like so many fighters here in our promotion, college-educated, smart kids, they just like to fight. Avila trains at TGV with Super Meli Martinez and David Black Spartan Martinez, who won the tournament earlier this year.
Yes, Max, and Hernandez is fighting at a Levi Marroquin's gym. That's Lions Alpha Team in Monterrey. That is a tough gym. Both of these women coming out of very well-respected MMA gyms in the Mexico area.
And we're going to see Levi Marroquin next, and I know we were so excited to see him on a card. We were waiting. He's such an entertaining fighter and a good dude and a guy people recognize. Got some star power. Avila pushing the taste. Look at those quick feet. Never stays in the same place.
Yeah, Max, she is the busy bee in there tonight. She's got the strikes on point. And you would assume that she would have to be fighting with the likes of Super Meli Martinez. That's a beast in her own right there, Super Meli. So she's definitely had to pick up on the movement there, and you can see that Hernandez isn't even close to landing a takedown.
Did get a good left hand in there, Hernandez. And she's got that left hand cocked. And the right. She has so much ground to cover at 4'9". You don't want to hark on the height, but it's something she has to overcompensate every time because she's always going to have a bigger fighter. 30 seconds to go in this opening round. Big right coming from upstairs. Feeling out process, but both fighters getting some licks in here. See what it means for these fighters, looking for those power punches, waiting for that moment. Avila closes in, taps the leg, drops Hernandez.
Beautifully done by Avila. She caught the kick, dropped her with a straight right hand. Round 2.
Back here for the second round. Tough one to call, although you like the activity for Avila. And put Hernandez in a few predicaments. Hernandez, see if she can learn from what she saw in the first round, got a better idea of her opponent. Remember, this is a rematch. They fought back in 2019 in an MMA event. It wasn't jiu-jitsu, it wasn't wrestling, it was MMA.
It was MMA, and it was when Avila had no skin in the game. She's been working so hard to evolve her MMA skills, and you're seeing that unfold right now, Max. All of her punches super crisp. She's in and out of there, and she is not to be messed with, and you can see that in her stance. You can see that in her aura. She has come to fight and come to show a new and improved Avila.
And Avila, this is cardio and fitness. She's so active, it's exhausting to watch her. But if she can keep that pace, more power to her. It's a weapon in this fight, and it's messing with Hernandez, who's having some issues locating her. And we've seen Avila get some power punches in from time to time, including right at the end of the first round.
Yeah, she picked up that kick and sat her down to the fence with a straight right. It was beautifully done by Avila. And she is moving around. She's a lot more active fighter. And Hernandez needs to get something off here because Avila is just dictating the pace and just picking her shots. And then once she wants to go out, she's out and she's gone.
Hernandez is the favorite coming in, but Juliana, Avila looks like somebody who is trying to get some revenge. Did her homework, has probably got a tape of that fight somewhere and took a long look at it because she looks very well prepared, although as we say that, they're in a clinch almost. And now Hernandez able to put in some punishment.
Yeah, that's definitely where Hernandez wants the fight, is in that clinch there, and nicely done by Avila to use her frames to get off of the fence and back into the center where she wants to be. She is the better striker, and she wants to showcase how much her striking has evolved. Hernandez, on the other hand, definitely needs to get going. She needs to quit waiting around and use that wrestling to her advantage, get a takedown, solidify that takedown, and do some damage, because right now she, in my opinion, is a bit behind on the scorecards, Max.
Yeah, JP, she hasn't got close for those takedowns. She really hasn't trying to, and I think the style of Avila's thrown her off a bit. She doesn't know where to go in, to go for a single, to go for a double leg. She has just stayed there in the middle of the jaula.
Nice straight right by Hernandez, just as we say that, Max. And, you know, sometimes you get frozen out there. Sometimes you let the other fighter dictate the pace by letting them strike first, and that's where you can't be deterred. Your mind has to be solid and strong, and you have to say, you know what? It's my turn to punch, and I'm going to actually back you up. And I see that Hernandez is trying to find her range, and she's flurrying punches right there. And that's what she needs to continue to do in order to win this fight, because Avila is on her bike, and she's out of there.
This has not been a static fight. You get the feeling the best is yet to come. It's just a situation with Hernandez closing the gap. But the same can be said for Avila. She's throwing punches. If she can catch Hernandez, could be lights out in London.
And this is what I love about these atomweight fighters. There's so much action going in with these 105ers.
Really is.
And I love that Combate has a ton of 105er girls. In my opinion, some of the best 105ers on earth. The 105ers in Combate Global is where it's at. If you are a 105er, you are fighting for Combate Global. And these girls are non-stop action with a high-paced fight. And it's definitely what we love to see here at Combate Global, and it's what they're showing for sure.
Yeah, we just need some power punches, but maybe that is coming. Women's fighting is going to be huge. We have the tournament in August. Next week we have Ana La Guerrera Palacios, 5-1-1. She's going to take on Gloria Bravo from Chile. So big fights coming your way. Jesus Santos Aguilar also on the card next week. So fantastic Fridays to look forward to. Don't DVR it. Watch it live with Paramount Plus. And we have Levi Marroquin. If you haven't seen Marroquin fight, you're in for a treat coming up next. "30 seconds to go, round 2. Avila active, but needs to make contact.
Punch. In the clinch goes Hernandez. Let's see if she can get this takedown. Double underhook, body lock takedown, and beautiful display of whizzers. But Hernandez gets that takedown finally with those double underhooks, and now she's on top. 10 seconds left to go. This is where Hernandez wanted the fight.
Yeah, but she doesn't have a lot of time, though. She's strong.
Nice hammer
Hernandez
fist.
is
Nice.
strong.
Great guard.
Let's go. Third round coming up next. Everything to fight for.
Last round.
Last round. You hear from Alan Aviles, Max Bretos, Juliana Peña. JP, we saw what Hernandez wants to do. End of that second round, she got a hold of Avila. She tossed her. You can see how strong she is. Got to try to do that again, right?
Use your punches to set up your takedowns. You can see a little wear on the left eye of Hernandez. Avila should be able to stay away and continue to use her strikes like she has been doing, but that nice straight right lands for Hernandez, and she's got to find a way inside.
I think Hernandez is going to have a moment. How big of a moment will it be is to be determined, but she seems poised to close the gap, but it has to happen. She has 5 minutes to get it done.
Even if it looks a little sloppy, Max, do what you got to do to win this fight. You know that you're the better grappler and you're the better wrestler. You have over 200 matches on this girl and all the experience in the world. Make it happen.
That was a big right.
It was. Nicely done by Hernandez.
200 wrestling fights in her amateur buildup. She's just fighting all the time, Hernandez. Always in the gym.
Right. And maybe she was a little overconfident in the fact that she won in a one-round fight against Avila 2 years ago. But we are seeing a much different fight unfold before us here tonight, Max. Avila is the Energizer Bunny, if you will. Non-stop action, in and out, better striking. Able to defend the takedown in round 1, not so much in round 2, but big power in the hands of Hernandez. And she finds a home for those overhand rights. She just needs to keep it going and keep the volume. Beautiful. Now she's where she wants to be.
Avila kept this pace up for all 3 rounds, and I'm sure if she went 5 or 7 rounds, she'd keep it going. Big
Nice
toss.
Judo throw, head ripper for Hernandez. This is a dangerous position for Avila. She could finish the fight here, Max, with an arm bar. If she can control that wrist of Avila, that right wrist, she might be able to sneak it between her legs and go for an arm bar. But Avila is doing the right thing of trying to take the back of Hernandez. She needs to not let Hernandez control that elbow of hers. Shoulder pressure. Avila is in a tough position here.
This was the
and
moment.
Hernandez has that arm caught almost between her legs. Hernandez needs to keep sneaking out the back there. Nice shoulder pressure. Frame off. You have the back. Loop a leg in. Woo! Nicely
so
done by
strong,
Avila to get back to her
Hernandez.
feet.
Yep, and Avila, look, just hops around like she was beginning the fight again. But that was the moment for Hernandez. She got her down. You can see how strong she is. She's got to use that to her advantage. Slow down Avila, who just hops. And it's got to be driving Hernandez bonkers.
Yeah, especially when one wants to fight and one wants to get on their bike and run around the whole time. But it's a game plan, and it works. And if you can't get a hold of me, whose fault is that?
Avila, I would think most would say she's winning, but I wouldn't feel too comfortable if I was her. She needs to have some impact here in this third round to be sure. 2 minutes to go.
Nice 1-2 by Avila. And a big, huge overhand right from Hernandez. Those are the punches that bother Avila the most. She just needs to get the volume going and continue to throw it, feint her way in, or use her hands to set up her takedowns.
They met 50-50 right there. Smack sound as they both got their punches in. Little kick step for Avila. 1 minute, 20 seconds to go. Final round. Co-main event.
Avila's the more dynamic fighter. She's springy. She's got tons of energy. Hernandez is a little bit more flat-footed, coming at you, throwing one strike at a time. Nice spinning heel kick from Hernandez. Avila with the outside leg kick and the right hook, but it misses.
Coming in, Hernandez. She's got to double that up. Got to keep the pressure. Counter punching there. Right hand catches Avila. Now the left.
And Hernandez is letting Avila run away with this fight, in my opinion, Max.
You think Avila's got it?
She hasn't quite really done enough to implement her dominance. Nice straight right by Hernandez there. And she's got power. She just needs to throw.
And now Avila's looking to finish strong. I think Avila's won this fight. I don't think that it's etched in stone by any means. She's done enough. Spinning back fist.
Nicely done by Hernandez. Nice head kick by Avila. Straight right to the body. Beautiful.
It's over. We have a big decision coming up to see who won it. Is Hernandez or is it Avila? Decisions next. Time now for the decision. Who is it going to be, Avila or Hernandez?
Los jueces Rupert y Streisand entregan tarjetas idénticas de 30 a 27. Judges Rupert and Streisand turned in identical scores of 30-27. Y el juez Rodríguez anotó 29-28. Judge Rodríguez scores it 29-28. All in favor of the winner. By way of unanimous decision, los tres a favor de la ganadora. Por decisión unánime. Daniela Tiny Mexa